Yo, what's good people? It's man like Jamo in it. We're out here with the Lenovo Legion 5i Pro gaming laptop ting. Obviously, you don't know. Give a big shout out to the gang at Lenovo Legion and Free Monkeys for putting me on this gaming laptop to have a little review and let you guys know if it's really worth your hard-earned money, innit? Now, you know how we do things here. Let me go into the specs real quick and then let's run some gameplay. Now, starting off with the processor, i7-12700H ting, top of the range, but not the highest of the range of the 12th gen i7. 32 gigabytes of RAM clocked at 4800 megahertz, 1 terabyte of SSD PCIe 4.0 storage with another bay to put another SSD in there. So you can put two terabyte sticks in there, or you can put another terabyte stick in there and add all that internal storage up to 2 terabytes of SSD. For the graphics now, we got RTX 3070 Ti from Nvidia cuz. Moving on to the screen, we got 16 inches, 16:10 ratio 2K display clocked at 165 Hertz. So instead of 2560 by 1440p, we've got 2560 by 1600 to make that 16:10 ratio. Now I feel like 16:10 ratios personally don't look cool, but when I look at this laptop, I don't care. It looks nice from the 16:10, really does fit in with the laptop with those small bezels. Now let me go handheld and show you about the ports and I/O. Okay, now starting off with the laptop shut, picking it up, yeah, there's a bit of weight to it. There's definitely a bit of weight to it, fam. The 3070 Ti is feeling heavy in there. I love the fact that it's got the little mirror-like Legion logo on the top as well. Now, starting off on the left-hand side, going from left to right, we got a Thunderbolt USB-C port there, and it looks like we just got a normal USB-C port there. I'm assuming it's normal because it hasn't got the Thunderbolt sign next to it. Going around the front, we ain't really got anything going on there. Along the right-hand side, going from left to right, we've got the physical webcam privacy button. We've got a combo 3.5mm microphone headphone port, and we've got a USB port around that side too. And then moving around the back, now let me just plug this out so you guys can see Wagwan. We've got, going from left to right, Ethernet port, USB PD port, so you can data transfer on that, or you can use this port to charge. I believe it's up to 100 watt, but I'll put the real thing in the description section below. HDMI port, and you got 2 more mounted SSDs. You got 2 more USB ports there, as well as your power port, fam. So you can charge it, you know, like this way with the big adapter thing. The adapter's wham as well. Look how wham this adapter is. Or you can charge it with the USB PD thing as well. Now bear in mind, obviously charging it with the big thing is gonna charge your laptop quicker, and you're also gonna be able to play games on it. If you're charging it with this thing, it's gonna charge a little bit slower, and you can't play games, or you can't use that graphics card at the maximum potential on USB PD power. Like, the laptop will still think that it's on battery power. So yeah, put that into perspective if you do just want to bring a USB PD charger with you. Now opening the thing, obviously, you know, we got to do the 1 finger test. 3, 2, 1. Okay, you get me? Okay, you done know. The thing opens up 1 time. We're actually good to go and everything is blessed. Now focusing a little more on the screen, I love to see that it's anti-glare. So even though I've got a little phone on my light, which you can see the reflection here, it doesn't look as bad as it would on a glossy screen. And the viewing angles look very good as well, fam. You can always tell with the viewing angles how good they are by literally moving to a different angle, looking at the screen and seeing whether any of the colors on the screen changes or anything like that. And you know, this screen pretty looks the same, consistent color when you're looking at it from any other angle. So that's all cool. Now, obviously, we got some RGB on the keyboard, and you can customize that however you want to. So, you know, you're going to get your extra frames per second. Also, your keyboard's going to be able to be seen in low light. Now, the keyboard itself, yeah, that's cool. That's all right. I like to hear a little bit more tactile feedback on my keyboard. But I'm not gonna lie, if you're in a library or somewhere that you need to be silent, these keys are kind of cool, fam. And they do have a bit of resistance as well. Definitely can game with them. Touchpad, standard procedure. It's usable. You know, it's usable. You can use it to do whatever you need to do. I always prefer to use a mouse, but yeah, if you're in a pinch and you're only gonna use a touchpad, I guess the touchpad's good. It feels nice and clicky with the right click and the left click. No issues there really, you get me? Web camera as well. Yeah, it's okay. It's enough for Zoom. It's enough for a little bit of Microsoft Teams. Let me give you a little sample of what it sounds like right now. Alright, so quick built-in webcam and microphone test on the Lenovo Legion 5i Pro. I'm using the built-in camera app that comes with Windows 10, Windows 11. It only allowed me to select a maximum of 720p at 30 frames per second. So obviously not really what you want if you're trying to do the content creation thing, but if you're doing little I don't know, Zoom call or Microsoft Teams, then yeah, it's pretty much alright, isn't it? Now, one thing I want to show you guys quickly is this Lenovo Legion Vantage software in it. Now, basically, this lets you tweak the performance of the computer. And as you can see here, there's a little option for the GPU working mode, aka a mux switch. And what the mux switch does is basically tells your computer, look, I'm going to be gaming. I don't care about battery life. Give me the maximum power that this thing is capable of, and that's what the laptop does. So your battery life will be dead, but you're gonna get near desktop performance coming from a laptop. Has that option available to you. So depending on what your use case is for the laptop, you can use the graphics card and the integrated graphics to their best abilities. Now, as far as performance goes for general things, man, you know, like opening up web browsers and things like that, doing all that kind of nonsense, obviously, guys, there's not going to be any issue here. I don't really need to go into that too much because with the 32 gigabytes of RAM, the i7-12700H, and the integrated graphics with the RTX 3070 Ti, there's no issues with any of that, fam. All the Chrome pages, anything you want, it's gonna burn through them, and it's gonna burn through them quick. That is not the issue. That's not why we're here, fam. We're here for the gameplay, so let's go. fam, nah, it's definitely a decent laptop. Any other little niggles that man has, there's no SD card reader. I would have loved to see a display port in the back of the laptop together with the HDMI and the Thunderbolt 4 so that you can do an easy triple monitor setup. Even though with laptops, I guess people will just connect 2 extra monitors, then have the laptop in the middle as the third display. But that's just me, that's just something else I've seen on other laptops that would be sick on this as well, especially because it's such a big, robust laptop. There's definitely enough space for that. Speakers, you know, they're not bad, but they're just the standard gaming laptop speakers. Let's not gas it. When you're gaming on a laptop, you usually have your gaming headset attached. You usually have the laptop attached to some external speakers, so that your gaming is very immersive and thing. You're not really worried about the speakers inside the laptop, but the speakers inside the laptop, they do the bog standard, they do the job in it, but that's definitely not a highlight of the laptop itself, quite clearly. For a gaming laptop, this is overkill. This is actually overkill. This is a gaming laptop that you can actually connect to a 4K monitor and do some 4K gaming. Gaming on the laptop itself with the 2K screen at a high refresh rate, simple fam. Like me personally, I game on this at a high refresh rate, but at 1080p to get my refresh rate even higher. If you want 2K, you've got 2K. I feel like 2K is a nice little mid-range sweet spot between 4K and 1080p. You're getting more quality than 1080p. You're not getting much less quality than 4K anyway to even notice the difference. So for me, it's a W, innit?